Okay, everyone, this is where I'm going to show a misconception that a lot of people have. A lot of people are coming up and thinking that you don't need the circle of power. They quite often will talk about their boat or their car or their RV and say, some of the items I have only have one connection on them. And that's not true. So I'm going to prove it to you here. What we have is a metal chassis at the top. And all of the metal is connected to the negative lead on the battery. This is what you do in a car. This is what you do in an RV, in a boat. They use the metal in the dashboard on a boat, or they use all the metal in a car from front to back. Metal all over is available because you have a chassis in your RV from front to back. So in other places, you only have to have one wire, the red wire, the positive. The ground, or the negative wire, your battery up front under the hood, is connected to the chassis. And you will see that if you look at your battery under the hood, one of the wires, the negative wire in North America, is always tied to the frame of the vehicle. Quite often it'll be a wire going to your engine, but the engine has engine mounts that go to that. So there's a continuous metal all around the vehicle. So quite often you can have just one wire visible, but the other wire is the chassis, the metal. So I've connected up here in exactly the same way. If you look at this underneath and behind the switch, you can see clearly where the red wire goes. It goes to the one side of the switch. Now, if you look, there's a red wire at the top. There are two red wires. One goes to the motor, and one goes to the blue LED. The other lead on the LED is connected to the metal. So everything is connected. If you look at the white lead on the motor, again, it's tied to the motor casing, which is metal, which is connected to the frame and goes back through the white lead. So right now I can turn that on and it'll work. Now here's the other thing. That white lead can connect to any metal. It'll still work. No problem. Connect to the switch. Why? Because that part of the switch is not part of the switch. It's only a metal bracket to hold it to something. We can try it in other places. It works here. It works here. It works over here. It works here. Anywhere there's metal, it will continue to work. And that's how it works in your car. That there's still a circle of power. It's just that the return power on the white goes through the metal in your vehicle. As always, we complete the circle of power. We have a completed circuit, and it works.